Hey guys, Tiflex here and welcome to another Civilization 5 Brave New World tutorial. This time I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks on starting a brand new game. So first, found your city and then select a production. Now, what you want to produce really depends on what you're going to go for in the tech tree. So, select your research. Now, it really depends on what you're going for. So, I can see that I have some salt and it says it requires mining. Furthermore, I have some cattle, which I would really use. I would really need it. It gives +3 food, and when improved, I don't really know how much does it give. Probably might give +1. Yeah, that'll be like 4 food in total. Also, I have some whales, so I will need sailing. Sailing is 2 techs away, but well, I have a forest. I have some hills here, and I have 2 luxuries, most important of all. Now, I'm gonna obviously take mining because I have salt. If I would have marble, I would go for masonry. Why? Because of the mausoleum of Halicarnassus, and also because marble gives 20% production increase toward classical and ancient wonders, which, yeah, there's actually quite a lot of them. I'm not sure about national wonders, but yeah, I'm pretty sure about, for example, the Hanging Gardens, Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, Pyramids, Zeus, Artemis, yeah, all that good stuff, which will most likely really need. You at least need 1 wonder if you're playing. Unless you're in a team, then the other player should build something. I mean, the advantage of having a Temple of Artemis is insane, literally insane throughout all the eras, I guess, until the end of the medieval ages. But never mind, it still goes through the Renaissance because you'll be reusing ranged units. Oh, never mind, he's an archery unit after all. Yeah, you can check the wiki out for some useful stuff. So now I've chose mining, and again, because I have a lot of stuff to mine. Now, as for production, you always want to start with either a scout or a worker. Now, a worker is usually if you're rushing for a great library, but then again, a scout is actually even more useful because it might find you population or more culture or even religion, which could benefit to your great library. It will benefit you because you will build it faster, basically. So, it's arguably well, I can't say it's actually both of them are good. That's what I'm trying to say. But I still always go for the scout because ancient ruins are essential, unless you start off in an isle, in an island. I'm guessing I'm playing Pangaea, right? Yeah, I'm playing on Pangaea. So yeah, if you're playing, for example, on an archipelago or a fractal, it's not that useful to have a scout. You can buy one later in the game. You might find some city-states. Oh yeah. Scouts help you find city-states, which also give you like 30 gold for the first one to get it. Now, you may think about moving your settler, for example, on this desert hill. Well, that might have been useful, but then again, it's a desert hill and it only gives me 2 production. What about this plains hill? It's also next to the sea, pretty near the resources. I get the fishes, I get the whales. So win-win. Now, the problem is, if you're playing on deity, if you would spend 1, 2, 3 turns, it would take you about, yeah, take about 3 turns to get here. If you spend 3 turns, you're never gonna build any wonder you want, because on deity, well, they spam wonders. But I guess if you can manage deity, you don't really need this guide. Well, you never know, you may learn something new. If you're starting out to play Civ and you don't really know how to start the match, you know how to rush for wonders, just focus production and stuff, but you don't know how to start off. Well, my first tip is don't move your settler. People say move it. Yes, you can move it. For example, if a hill was right here, I could waste 1 turn, because that 1 extra production is going to save me a whole lot in the future. But it won't really help you out in terms of research. And if you get writing quicker, you'll build a great library quicker, basically. Now, that 1 production doesn't mean too much, well, when if you put it together overall, yes, it does mean quite a lot, but not as much as you would hope for. So now I'm actually thinking, should I go for warrior, a worker, or a monument? Now I'm thinking of going for the Temple of Artemis actually. I took mining because I wanted to improve the luxury resources, and that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna take the worker because the whole reason why I took my research, why I took mining, is because I want to work these wonders. So if I just get mining and I don't get a worker, then it's gonna be a waste of time. I would rather have gone for archery and gotten the Temple of Artemis, or I don't know, maybe Animal Huntsberry, and rush for some gold. Or again, I could have gotten for the Great Library and screw out mining. I have a tutorial on how to rush for the Great Library in my channel, and I got a map. Not a very useful thing to find actually. Though I found a barbarian encampment. I can clear it. It's also another ancient ruin, which I'm gonna take first. I might get an upgrade for my warriors. Anyways, again, the reason why I took mining is because I could mine my salt. Salt is, again, wait, have I mentioned in the previous video that salt is pretty good? People say it's the most OP luxury because it gives +2 food, 1 production, and 1 gold. That's a very great start, honestly. Though I guess marble is even better, in my opinion, if you're going for wonders. Yeah, after this, going for archery, I want the Temple of Artemis because 10% growth throughout the whole game to all of my cities. Yeah, 10% growth in all cities. +1 great engineer point, 1 culture. That doesn't really matter too much, those two, but yeah, the 10% growth in all cities. That is kind of overpowered, honestly. But if you would compare the Great Library, 1 creepy technology, and plus a library, or the pyramids, 25% improved, that increased tile improvement, or +100 gold for each time a great person expanded, well, yeah. This is actually pretty good, and I like how they made this on par with all these other wonders, except for the statue of Zeus. I mean, if you're a fucking warmonger, then yes, you honestly should go for it. Right, received 100 gold. Now I can buy a scout, another scout. So I don't really need a scout. I most likely need an archer. I'm gonna get like in 4 or 5 turns, like from 4 to 5 turns, I'll get the gold to buy an archer, just in time for archery and just clear out the encampment, so it doesn't steal my workers. Right, so that's actually pretty much it. There's not much to it. This is how you start. I've chosen a pretty normal starting thing, like starting strategy, I guess. Go for mining and then go for archery, or you can do it the other way. And I also got bronze weapon, which is quite good. Is there any iron next to me, or near me at least? No, there's not. So you may go for other things, for example, go for pottery, and then writing after you're building the Great Library. Just go for mining, or masonry if you have some marble, or stone, or yeah, stone mines. If you have that, then, well, by all means, go for it. Also, if you, well, I don't know if you could, I have no clue how could you know if you have horses, so it might be actually a gamble. There's a deity strategy for going Animal Huntsberry and then going for horses and then rushing chariot archers and then just dominating the game with some catapults, obviously with some iron as well, maybe going for some swordsmen. Yeah, anyways. Another tip is forests. So I usually chop down forests. This location would be an ideal location for a farm. I mean, it's next to a river. That'll give me a lot of food. Same goes for the wheat. As for hills, I always clear them. I never go for a logging camp or a lumber mill. Yeah, lumber mill. I never go for it. Lumber mills, yeah, not really that much useful, I guess. Also jungles, only Brazil can improve them, so I always chop them down. I rarely play as Brazil. Yeah, now the point of chopping down forests is that you get a lot of production. For example, if you're building the Great Library or Temple of Artemis or any classical or ancient wonder, you get like from 2 to 3 turns off your production basically, so you can build this stuff pretty fast actually. You can also chop down forests that are near your capital, well, near your city. I guess it only works for 3 tiles away, so yeah, I could chop down this forest. I'm gonna start mining because I'm not really going for anything that important. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a spearman. I still have 2 turns till I get archery. I really want a spearman. After I research archery, I'm gonna go for the Temple of Artemis and buy an archer. Oh wow, okay, got some population. And then I'm gonna buy an archer and destroy the barbarians. So look at that! Speak of the devil, Rio de Janeiro. Well, he has quite some production here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm not sure if he's gonna reach the stone. Also, borders. So you can buy up to 3 tiles away from your city. These tiles are the ones that are going to be worked. You can't work well, you can work tiles, but the city can't employ tiles 3 away. For example, I can't work with my city on this tile next locale. But for example, if I have, like, let's say salt, 1, 2, 3. Oh, never mind, it's 3 tiles away. For example, this 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this salt. I won't be able to work it, but I will still be able to obtain it and have it as a luxury resource. Again, I won't be able to work it, so it's actually quite a bummer, but I guess that's how the game goes. Otherwise, huge cities will be completely overpowered. So this is why it's only useful to grow cities to a point. For example, if you get like 40 population in your city, which is a lot, then, well, you should stop focusing on building more food, because it's not really that useful. It's not giving you more production, it's only giving you more science, which is nice, I guess, but meh. Anyways, what I do is, like I said before, archery or mining. If I go for mining, I go for masonry mostly. After I get archery, I go for the Temple of Artemis, and then either go for mathematics or writing. For now, I actually want to get writing because I kind of want to catch up with all of these guys. By saying all of these guys, I mean Pedro. I'm 2 points away, behind, that is. And yeah, after that, I'm going for study up for mathematics to get the Hanging Gardens. It's quite a useful thing. You get a free garden, which is pretty awesome. If you're on a desert, go for currency, or go directly for guilds. Yeah, but if you're gonna go directly for guilds, you must have writing, because it's not taking an eternity basically. And whoever research writing first will have. Oh crap! I should have changed the Temple of Artemis. No, yeah, I forgot to change it. Too much talking. But let's work this. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all my tips. Thanks for watching. I will be back with more tips, maybe in the later game, maybe later game strategies, maybe just some general guides, basically. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just lost my footing.
You did it! You got the pickup! Oh, thanks, man. Dad, I finished my work. Can I go play?
Where's today's delivery?
Right here!
Yep, that's good shit.